So, placing the sheet with our composition in front. The first thing we're going to do is trace the axes of the sheet. The axes are the two medians in practice, therefore the halves of the sheet. My sheet is about 3 pencils, so more or less 1.5 pencils, even perhaps checking in a metric span. I find the center and go to trace my first axis. It doesn't matter if it's very straight, now we have to learn at the beginning. So I try it a few times and then I will definitely improve. I do the same thing for the height. I find half and, you see, also in this case going to move my arm leaving the pencil pointed on the sheet. I'm going to get the median horizontally. I find the center of my sheet. At this point, the most important operation I have to do on the composition is to grasp its proportions. Therefore, the relationship between the width of my composition and the height, considering all the objects together. As if I were going to put a frame around the composition that touches its outermost points. How can I do? I do it in pencil. Then, in front of me I close one eye. I close one eye so that I can see both the pencil and my composition in focus. I put the pencil in front of me. And I control. I take the measurement of the height, making sure that the edge of the pencil touches a point. Therefore the most extreme point of my composition position. And the tip coincides with my highest point. So my height equals this portion, roughly the blue and black part of the pencil. This is my height. If I go to rotate this measurement in the width, I realize that the width is greater and it takes up all this space and yet another part. This missing part is practically equivalent to 1/3 of the composition. So to recap, my height is 1 time and 1/3 of the width. This is my proportion, my ratio. That is, once I choose a unit for my height, I have to repeat it once plus 1/3. This is what I saw there going to measure with the pencil. So I took my height, I reported it in width. I saw that a piece is left over and this piece that is left over is exactly 1/3. So it can be repeated 3 times within the width. 1 plus 1/3. Okay? Now I have to report this proportion within my sheet. So I choose a height of my choice, obviously centering it with respect to the very center that I took earlier. And I will report this measurement once plus 1/3. So I have to look for 1/3 that this 1/3 means the whole divided into 3 parts. So don't go haywire if you're not so good at math. Just divide into 3 parts in my case. I have to add this portion to my width. But I don't join it all the way to the right or all the way to the left, because otherwise I'm going to decentralize the whole drawing, and so I'm going to close my rectangle. Using my whole arm, as you see. So I'm not going to make this work, because otherwise I will definitely be very wrong. But I'm not even going to improve my sign. Instead, let's free ourselves. You see, we work with the pencil always wandering to the paper and moving the wrist and hand well by turning the whole arm. Now what have I done? I have brought back what is called the aspect ratio rectangle. Therefore I know, however, that all my drawing, all my couple from life, will be located within this rectangle. Nothing will be drawn outside. So this is the ratio that ties the height to width measurement inside my drawing.